We've made a number of improvements to various details of the T7 drive case. In fact, each separate part has been revised. The first major change was to incorporate an insert system where different sleeves could be used to accommodate different sized items. Essentially, this system is based on the previously released version F, with its maximized cavity, and adds the sleeve system. The T7 Shield drive that the case was originally designed for can be accommodated with one sleeve, but so can the standard T7 drive, as well as other units of different sizes, using properly sized sleeves. The next thing we tackled was the hinge. Using a single longer screw and passing it entirely through the hinge allowed for smoother, non-binding operation. Using aluminum spacers in the hinge should decrease wear. The new design does eliminate the two M4 heatset inserts originally in the hinge pivot. Those have been replaced by a single heatset insert on one side of the lid. However, the hinge part still has the heatset insert for the retention screw. The new hinge part has been designed to utilize aluminum spacers, which can be pressed in by hand. Though it still helps to use a sturdy flat tool and a clean flat surface to make sure they are properly seated. The spacers used here have a 4.1 mm internal diameter, a 7 mm outer diameter, and are 5 mm wide. In a pinch, spacers a bit shorter than 5 mm can probably be used, since the cavities are so snug. The head of the hinge is still sandwiched between two 1 mm thick washers, but its width has also been widened so that there is less play after the nylon washers have been inserted. Because the plastic printed snap latch is subjected to repeated stretching of that material over a metal bolt, we knew it would eventually wear out, maybe even break. A magnetic latch wouldn't be subjected to the same level of plastic fatigue, and would last much longer, not to mention feeling more elegant. This new latch system is designed to be backwards compatible, and should work all the way back to the original released version of the case. It uses two small rectangular magnets, oriented accordingly, and embedded into each part as they print. The magnetic latch may feel light touch in connection, but is deceptively secure, due in part to the inward angle of the contact surfaces. In this update, we're including a version of the base that can accommodate a cable pass-through. Used in conjunction with the sleeves that have an opening in the bottom, and the right combination of 90-degree and extension adapters, an SSD can be used while still in the closed case. This base has been designed with routing channels on both sides, as well as various internal notches to try and route your cable. Also note that this version of the base does not contain any magnets. One caveat we'd like to point out is that this makes the loaded case pretty top-heavy, and it can tend to fall over onto its side. There's a model intended to be printed out of TPU that serves as the bottom cover. TPU 95A seemed to work okay for this as well. Here is the version of the sleeve that fits the standard T7 SSD. And last but not least, the magnetic base has been revised to incorporate two 8 mm wide silicone dots to help with grip on vertical surfaces. The recesses for the grip dots were designed so that they allowed them to protrude only a fraction of a millimeter beyond the bottom surface of the base. The round magnets immediately adjacent are set as low as possible to maximize magnetic force. This means the grip dots attach directly to the magnets. Angle and tweezers really helped here, for more precise positioning, but also to minimize contact with the adhesive. We also tried a couple types of punches, and while the hand squeeze type was much easier, the type used with a mallet or hammer resulted in more consistently round dots. If you've already purchased and downloaded a previous version of the T7 Case file package, you should hopefully already have gotten an email with a link to these updates. But if you didn't, please check your junk folders. We did try a different method of pushing the email out this time, so if you still haven't gotten it, just send us a message from the same email you used in your original order, and we'll get you a link to the files. As always, thank you for your interest and support. We hope you continue to get something out of this content, whether it be information, inspiration, or just entertainment. Till next time.